learn to think. It's like a cage wrapped around my brain. You seem to have the key tucked away, but need saves. Walk away, you say you've had enough, alright. So staring through the window, but you're the pain again. Open up your eyes and take a breath, no breathing.
All right, folks, we're back, and yeah, Taco Stuff's asking, did Hellraiser beat Rainer 3-0? Question mark, question mark, question mark, and yes, he did, and I don't believe it either, but it is what it is, and it brings us to our last best of 5. It's our bonus burger number 2. In the top left, the challenger to the arena, finally home from Valencia, we have the blue Zerg, it's Bly. Reppin' team expert.
In the bottom left is the red Protoss. He is Hellraiser.
Hellraiser's got $100 in his pocket so far from that last win. Probably a huge high from beating Rainer, honestly. And now he goes up against Bly. And Bly is a player who I absolutely love having in any one of my brackets. A, he's reliable as hell. There's almost no player more reliable than Bly when it comes to like working with. But more to the point, he can play all in, he can play cheesy, he can play macro. Bly's a guy, he's the jack of all. Like, he's got so many different tricks up his sleeve, whether it's a Nidus Swarm, whether it's mutas, whether it's macro. And I guess I'm assuming he won the coin flip to get this map.
Yes. Bly did, yeah.
Yeah, and we never see Redshift, so add all things together, and this might look good for Bly in game 1.
Well, I think Hellraiser is gonna have to really mix things up. You know, he's probably feeling pretty happy. I don't know if he's like jumping with joy, but he should be happy about defeating anyone 3-0, especially Rainer.
Yeah, especially.
But now he's gonna really change things up because Rainer has his kind of obnoxious style. You know, things running into your main and whatnot. It's really annoying. It's not necessarily cheesy. Bly is, you know, kind of annoying in a different way, and that's kind of annoying. So I hope to see something weird come out from him, but he's not always playing weird. Just because it's Redshift doesn't mean that he's going to be, I don't know, proxying hatcheries. Obviously, he hasn't done so. He's not even taken the gold base. He's taken the base that no one ever really gets as their 3rd.
Or rarely gets as their 4th, because the game's usually over before that.
Yeah, interesting. I mean, this kind of goes along with
scouted too. Or will it? What?
Or will it?
No, he doesn't see it. Oh, that's so awkward.
It is. But the Adept that's going to shade forward. Oh, no. Oh, no. He's actually going to soccer. Okay, yeah, he just doesn't know that 3rd's on the way. But what's funny is the lack of information here is good enough information.
This is... like, the gold base versus this 3rd base, this is a shit show already, and I love it. And nothing's happened yet.
Oh, is Hellraiser doing the same build he did last game? Versus Rainer? He might just be. So the stalkers are going to move any Overlord from seeing what's up. You know, any of the gas timings, the Robotech. It's already a little weird, though, I think, for Zergs when a stalker pops out, however. Like, that's already, like, I don't know, like, you know, 7 times out of 10, you're living in the depths, shade across the map, so what's going on here? Now he sees 2 stalkers. But, you know, Rainer knew it was coming, and he still lost to it. So, Roach probably going to be better.
Well, I've got my fingers crossed for Bly, just because I'm so sick of, I don't know, people saying Hellraiser's going to win this because he beat Rainer. I don't believe it, guys. I really don't think those correlate at all. I think the better player will come through regardless, and we'll see. It's tough. I don't want to make any calls. I think I gotta say 3-0. If I made a real call though, like I'd say 3-1. But like because of the memes today, it's probably gonna be a 3-0. I
love how the first series of the day I said it was gonna be a 3-2. I was like, really close stuff.
Well, while we wait for the action to commence here, I was gonna give some big thank yous to Goat Boy 1975. He actually reset for 51 months while we were on that downtime. Predator 2013 came back for 15 months. And Artanis is my bro for 30. Thank you guys for your long time support.
Well, I went through a pretty hefty supply block, but he was intentionally not making drones anyways. Making a lot of roaches and lings now. Gonna be able to cancel that 3rd base of Hellraiser. That's a no-go. It ended up not being the build that he did last game, by the way. He just opened up with the Immortal, probably to help against this exact thing. Oh, shield battery is luckily pretty good. You're lucky. You're very lucky, Sentry. But then he was trying to go into a macro game. So it is just all about the Protoss holding against the all-in here.
This is really interesting with the shield battery, though. I mean, I guess Hellraiser knew there would be something, like, something was going to happen by taking this gold. A fight would be forced one way or the other. I don't know if he was prepared for something of this magnitude or this scale, but the Warp Prism does stay alive. The shield battery's almost out of juice. These queens are starting to get killed. I don't know. Well, maybe he denies mine and gets some probe kills. Has Bly done enough? The main base got some nice kills too on top of this.
I would say no, especially if he doesn't kill that third Nexus, which, I mean, it should be a goner. Oh, Warp Probe's going down.
A cancel at least.
Yeah, he's not paying attention at all.
Oh, he's so preoccupied with the gold base. That's going to be a kill now. That's 400 minerals out the window. Bly's distraction of the gold's been fantastic, but this is also like tisk tisk. You know, you tap your finger like you should not have taken that gold base, man.
Right? I'm pretty sure he thought he could hold it against whatever went his way. That's why he did it. That's why he filled up with a Robo. An Immortal would help. It's got some decent range. It hard counters the roaches and does well enough against the Ravagers and Queen, especially when you pair it with a Warp Prism. Both great things to have. But combination, not paying attention to the front of the wall, not canceling the third base, overextending himself, not even knowing that this was going to be Bly's plan. Let's not forget about that. I don't think he ever scouted that Bly was going to go for an all-in. He just figured he would.
Corrosive Vials, by the way, have been pretty on point. Even though the Warp Prism's helping dodge a lot of this, they've still managed to almost connect with something every time.
Yeah. Well, I'm going to say Bly 3 zeros.
But of course.
He's doing really well in this game. The one problem is the Immortal count, but he still has so many links that...
Fun fact, in the time it would take Bly to 3-0, you could probably go to your local grocery store, buy yourself a box of Bubba Burger, pop those bad boys out of the package, cook them on that oven, because we all know we like the pan, not the grill, although some people like the grill, and get yourself a delicious meal to sit down just in time for Bly to close out the series.
It sounds like such a euphemism. No, we like the pan.
Some people like the pan. GG. Bly will take game number 1.
I'm gonna say, Rifkin, is the store right next to them? Do they live in the store?
Well, look.
Lie.
Okay, maybe it'll be really quick then. But regardless, we continue on here with the Bubba Burger Brawl last match of the day, pardon me. And while I'm making bad jokes and silly things, it's really cool that we've managed to get this to happen through Matcherino and with Bubba Burger. The hats, by the way, I'm probably gonna keep this hat to wear it for real. Like, it's just actually a comfy hat. I really like this hat. But it's gonna be so awkward because in Canada they're like, "What's Bubba Burger? Why are you wearing that? What is that?" But for Zombie Grub, maybe she gets some recognition. People are like, "Damn, that's a cool burger hat. Where'd you get that?" And you're like, "Really? People like burger hats?"
Yeah, that's an accurate. That's probably what's gonna happen. I'm glad you went that direction because it sounded like you were gonna be like, "Oh, they're gonna be so hyped," and I'm like, I don't know. I think you're gonna go. They have hats.
Well, for Andy, who's asking in chat, what is Bubba Burger? Other than awesome people helping us put today on, they're like, you go to your supermarket, you go to grocery store, you buy some frozen burgers. That's right up their deal, I guess. We got these cool coupons, but it's also got pictures of the boxes so you can see.
Wait. It's right up their grocery alley.
Anyways, you can get these frozen burgers, cook them up. Zombie Grub ate one, cooked one earlier today. If you want to go through the VOD and see what it looks like, it's just a totally normal burger. But yeah, they sponsor things like NASCAR, I guess, which is cool because, again, like showing up. I just love playing. This whole cast, I've just literally had my finger on the roof of this car. I've just been driving it back and forth while I've been observing because, you know, I'm really good at what I do. I can do it one-handed. But yeah, they're pretty cool company, I guess. I don't know. We haven't really got to work with them prior to today. Anyways, it's 16-bit. We'll see you in game. All right, we continue on here in the best of 5 for the bonus burger number 2. Now, unfortunately, guys, there's no sick, like, hidden third bonus burger. God, I love calling it this, by the way. But these bonus matches were made possible thanks to you guys hitting up the sponsors. Follow them on Twitter, helping us build this up through Matcherino. You can still add money to the prize pool by following on Twitter, but this will be the last best of 5 of the day. So hopefully you're enjoying it so far. Either way, to the top right, with a nice victory under his belt, challenging the current king of this hill, we have the Blue Zerg from Team Expert, Bly.
In the bottom left, As the red Protoss, he is Hellraiser.
And memes aside, and bad sponsor promotion aside, I really do wish I had a Bubba Burger right now. I'm so hungry, zombie grab.
Yeah. Imagine if these have all been all 5 games, so all 3 2s.
Yeah, that could have been tough on me. Actually, you know what? So, we've been talking about this all day. Like, I've got my wisdom teeth coming out, surgery tomorrow. The worst part about it, though, is like, they're like, you can't eat for like 12 hours before the surgery. No water, no food. I'm like, I'm going to die. What? I'm gonna not be able to eat food after the surgery. So you want me to not eat for 12 hours beforehand and then not eat anything afterwards? I'm gonna wither away.
As someone who commonly eats the 16/8 like intermittent fasting accidentally, I'm actually not with you on this pain.
No, dude. I'm the eat lots of small meals a day. Like, my 2,000 calories come from like 6 smaller meals.
Okay. I've decided to just run with it because sometimes I wake up at noon, guys. Like we're just gonna be honest, okay? It's a safe place.
We're just gonna be real. I'm a bit of a slouch.
And I eat lunch and then I eat dinner and then I don't eat like after that, right? And that's fasting basically. That's intermittent fasting. And so every time I woke up before noon, because I've been waking up at like 9 recently, like in the last couple of months. So like I'm being a real adult. I just don't eat. Works out well. But yeah, you definitely want to adhere to that rule though, because I'm pretty sure it's.
It makes sense though, because while you're okay with fasting, you're also a bio player, whereas I play mech and just turtle up all day, so I'm slow as fuck.
Our playstyles really do represent us as personalities, as human beings.
Oh, really nice micro to Bly. Nice pullback on that Zergling. Deals with the Zealot very easily, and quick cleanup for this aggression that Hellraiser was throwing his way. No. I guess reminder, it is loser's pick for these maps. So while Redshift was a fun, funky, bit of a meme map for Bly to get game 1 off of, it was also very different. 16-bit's a lot more standardized, and for Hellraiser it probably feels a lot comfortable. There's no question of a 3rd gold at a weird spot or anything like that. But maybe, just maybe, this is where we see a turnaround. I'm not saying Bly is someone who relies on gimmicks, but that map was so gimmicky, I don't feel like it properly represents how this series might go.
Right, Redshift's just a weird map. Even when people try and compensate for the most obvious attack, which in a lot of ways Bly's play was an obvious attempt, it just is a question if it's an all-in or not, and it wasn't all-in. Even with Hellraiser kind of acknowledging that and trying to react to it preemptively, it didn't work out. So Redshift's just Redshift. But Bly has so many tricks up his sleeve. I mean, if 16-bit's a macro game, there's possibilities of like mutus tech swaps, Nidus worms. I don't think he's gonna from this game. No, he's not.
So, by the way, absolute sweetheart, Lasarius Quilarius, or whatever you want me to call you. Laser SEQ tips $20 and he says, here's some tips for a last meal. And don't forget my modest contribution to the Maturino, damn it. Yeah, he threw $10 in there, which was really awesome. But don't call it a last meal, man, because now you make it feel like I'm not gonna wake up from the surgery.
Last meal. Wasn't there like a Reddit today I learned that the last meal wasn't a last act of generosity? It was an attempt for the jailers to soothe the potential hauntings of their ghosts after.
Oh, that's interesting.
We did something nice, don't haunt us.
Yeah. Even though we're about to kill you, forget about us. Forget about it.
I always remember like Phoebe when she's like, you're gonna come back as a ghost and haunt me.
Well,
and she's like, but don't feel like you can't visit.
For my last meal, I'll have 1 banana, please. Anyone who knows that reference, you get 10 internet points.
That joke that takes
that takes 10 years to tell. Yeah, yeah.
It's been a while since you told that one. Oh, nice focus fire. Nice. Get that Oracle though. I thought it was gonna get away.
This round was really nice on top of the Adepts too. Locking that down means they didn't escape and they didn't get to the mineral line. So now Bly is a little free to roam around. There's less Oracles, obviously, less Adepts, and he might even get a cancel on this 3rd. There's gonna be a force field here, but that's really it. There's no shield battery.
A little bit scary, really. The Stalker leaving. It's also less surface area, or it's more surface area in the Sentry once the Stalker leaves. But Stalker is missing out on the action. So this was just barely good enough for Bly. It was like barely enough lings to make this work. If the Stalker was there, I wonder how this would have looked. Maybe the same, maybe a little bit different. But it's gonna be cleaned up. It was such a non-important set of lings.
Yeah, there's the cleanup for the Oracle. This other Oracle also driven away. Did get a stasis trap off, but as we see, Bly was, I guess, good to react to it. Oftentimes, though, this stasis trap is almost better off to go on the larva nowadays, because so many Zergs are quick to respond. You'll rarely actually get a full mineral line stasis off. But denying larva, that's a lot easier to pull off.
It is, huh? Ling, Baneling, Hydra. Still no upgrades for our Zerg player, but I guess Zergs are just pushing them off more and more. Deps, what are you doing?
They're hoping to distract Bly, but it won't because the Hydras are already out. This shouldn't be too problematic.
You're right about that. The distraction was for another stasis trap at the third base, which goes okay. It's 3 drones and a queen.
Oh, hey, real quick, guys. That is a fake laser in the chat with a capital I instead of an L. I had removed it. I don't know what has been or hasn't been said, but yeah, let's not promote imposters.
Yeah. It's funny when you ban someone, all of their capitals become lowercase.
Yeah, I know. It's like Twitch wants you to identify that was a fake.
Yeah. Oh, these adepts. I mean, 3 adepts doesn't sound like a big deal, but Bly has already taken out an important sentry, 3 other adepts, and then 3 other adepts with that. Like, he's just taking on a lot of army.
That was a sick move out of Bly, by the way. Getting a stasis trap with a Zergling has 1 health. He almost didn't even trigger it. Yeah.
That was just the beginning. The revelation reveals there are banelings on the way. Or did it? I think the Oracle saw them. Well, he's got to deal with them. He knows about them now.
Force Field's coming, but a little too late. The Sentries gets popped by the Banelings. He keeps the Zealots back. We saw this good control versus Raynor, but Bly's got way more Banelings where that came from.
Yep, I think Bly is going to do some serious damage, if not just straight up win the game.
It's not even due. He already did.
Yeah, different styles between the 2 players. Raynor and Bly, just so different.
G. Ooh. it's gonna be another 3-0, goddammit.
Love it. I'm totally on board this meme.
All right, well, Bly secures a nice 2-0 lead. It's not the end of the game. There's one more game for Hellraiser to come back to, but I think as the curse has proven, that may not be what happens, guys. This is kind of insane to me. But regarding the Wisdom Tooth stuff, like I'm trying to keep talking about this out of game, because let's be real, like I like talking about non-topic game stuff, but this is like really not topic game stuff. The TLDR is my Wisdom Teeth are getting out. The problem is I've got a very small mouth, so they have to actually do some like surgery on my jaw or something. And I'm just terrified because when I say I won't come back, I might not come back. It's not like, oh my God, I'm afraid I'll die. But there's a chance there's a very important nerve they could pinch that could like cause some serious like paralysis of the face or affect me being able to speak or like tense lockjaw. There's like a billion things that this nerve controls. So my fear is that like everything I've done on Twitch, I've never been afraid. My thoughts have always been like, as long as I've got the determination to keep streaming, I will always be able to stream. But like what we do is talk all day about StarCraft. And if I can't talk anymore, that scares the fuck out of me, frankly. So that's what I'm a little, that's the thing I'm worried about most when it comes to doing this thing tomorrow. So when I keep referring to this as my last class, it's a little bit of a joke to help me like soothe my own nerves, but it's also like a little bit of reality. Like I might not be able to afterwards.
Well, you can use it to soothe the nerve that could, you know, losing your voice. Soothe nerves. You get it.
Yeah, I have an image. I have an image that only best explains my reaction here. This thing, whatever this thing is, that's my reaction to Zombie Grub.
Cool. Let me just. There you go. I love that thing.
All right, we're lost and found. I would love to inject a commercial break here, but you know what? Let's just get on with the show, guys. It's map number 3. It might be the closing match. Good guy Bly. He's even. Look at this. We have never in 5 years been on top of the colors of the players. We always forget, even when we say we won't. Bly is directing, not asking. He's directing the player colors in the lobby right now.
Yeah.
Good guy Bly cares about the colorblind blue viewers. Tisk tisk, Rifkin and Zombie Grub. But all right, lost and found. We'll see you guys in game. really grateful for the love and awesomeness you guys are writing in chat with messages regarding the surgery stuff. The problem is, no matter who you are, what your profession is, or what nice words you have to say, it will never outweigh the amount of stupid Googling and horrific images I've looked at leading up to this. There's no defeating this monster I've built up in my head of fear, but I know that, like, chances are we'll just do it, get through it. I mean, I broke both my arms and survived that. I'm sure this will be fine, but still, like, I think it's fair to be a little scared. Anyways, we're in game 3 for the Bubba Burger Bonus Burger Brawl. Bubba on BaseTradeTV. Spawning here in the top right for possibly the last time today. He's our current king of this hill. It's the red Protoss Hellraiser.
In the bottom left, basically guaranteed a 3-0 at this point. It is Bly.
Oh boy, I know some people weren't around for the summer. I broke my arms. It's not just a Reddit meme. And that thing was really messed up to learn about afterwards, by the way.
I felt like I had done you an important service.
By sharing it, yeah.
But also a very bad service by telling you about it.
You enlightened me in the wrong way. But yeah, 2 summers ago, guys, I broke both my arms, and it totally sucked. But good guy Zombie Grub and you folks who helped fundraise for me to recover out of that pretty comfortably. It could have been so much worse.
Yeah. But you were wearing a helmet, right?
Yeah, if I wasn't, dude, I totally would have died. My helmet, it was... Because I got a big-ass head, I had to get a huge-ass helmet. That thing was fucked when it was like... There was like a huge skid mark on it and everything. Like, it cracked down the middle. Oof. If I didn't have that helmet, dude, I would be not here today.
Yeah. Yeah. Quick PSA on that. Anyways. Actually, there's not much to talk about right now because it's just a regular Stargate opener. And for once, Bly didn't do any, like, weird hatchery takes. He's actually just doing a normal hatchery expansion.
Yeah, but I'm curious if Hellraiser will pair this up for the double Stargate. He already showed this once today. A regular Stargate opener is fine. There's nothing wrong with it. There's not even anything wrong with going to the double Stargate, but I'm just wondering if we're going to see him repeat patterns, because we've already seen him play very similar to how he played earlier, and clearly that's not working versus Bly. And my fear is, while this still might be changing it up, it's more of the same.
Whoa, man.
Whoa, Terminator just blew my mind. 100 bits to say the original Battle Royale is musical chairs. Oh.
You know what? I first read that as the first battle music was musical chairs.
Is that what you were woeing at? Because that's the wrong thing to woe at.
And I was woeing at really the idea, both ideas. Whoa, man.
Well, Bly's got a couple of Zerglings coming out, but it's nothing too crazy. I will say, though, I'd be really surprised, not only if this was a 3-0, but if we saw a 3-0 out of Bly and there was not a single Night Storm in any of these games.
Maybe it's this game. He still has
it takes
2 seconds to start lair.
It takes being exhausted from travels back from Valencia to not go a Night Storm from Bly.
Yeah, I know it doesn't actually mean he's going for a Night Storm because he always goes for, like, tiny little bit earlier layers, it feels.
Yeah.
But I was like, he's got 2 seconds to make a layer, and then he made a layer.
I'm hoping it's for a Nidus, though. Even if it's not Roaches, even if it's just Queens or something. I say this partially because we've seen every player who went up 2-0 finish off their series with like a quick bit of cheese, right? And for Bly, it's like his signature move. It was just like the perfect way to end it, I think.
Bit of a mistake here. Well, not really a mistake. It was just good use by Hellraiser to bring the Phoenix along. But, you know, you don't build a Spore Crawler on your 3rd base because there should be 2 Queens there to defend anyways. But not if the Phoenix picks one up. You know, you could have lost a lot more drones, but some good cancels. Good build cancels. So yeah, it's not going to be a Nidus Worm, as cool as it would be.
I hope you're wrong.
There's certainly a lot of gas I'm taking. Is it Aspire? Oh, okay, just right now.
Hydras. How dare you play normally, Bly? I will... When you watch the VOD of this, because I know you're going to watch the VOD of this, Bly, very disappointed in you right now.
I imagine you go pass out or something right after this.
Actually, yeah, for those who don't know the story of Bly really quick, like it's really impressive he's up 2-0 because he basically got off his delayed flight that was delayed by an hour or something, getting back from Valencia, hopped a taxi to come home instead of taking like public transit so he'd get here in time to play this match. Like that's how badly he wanted it. So big love to Bly for getting home for this. But yeah, he's probably gonna pass out as soon as he's done.
It's a trooper. All right, so that adept attack could have been very scary, but Bly had a lot of lanes kind of already on their tail. Yeah, it wasn't really worth it, because if he loses everything, even if he does like 10, 15 damage with the drones, he won't be able to save his third base. So bring it back home.
Ooh, big surround on these adepts if you can get it. Back against the wall is a little bit scary.
Things really shouldn't be able to do much. But if Hellraiser even pops the Oracle pulsar beam, you know, it's like damage in a very weird way.
This is always so tough when someone in chat asks, is it live? Because I know I'm going to run a rerun of this later because the games were good and I want people to see them. So when I answer this on the rerun, I'll be lying. But when I tell it now, because we are live, I'm not. So yes? Question mark? It's a real brain teaser on that one. If you go to Google right now and it's 2:50 p.m. on the West Coast, it's live.
There you go. I mean, it's my clock has 50, not 48.
I didn't say 48. What?
Did you say 2:48?
No, what? How did you hear 48?
Wait, what did you say?
I said 2:50 on the West Coast.
Whoa, man.
What's happening?
Oh man.
Is it? I gotta say, like, I know I'm bad at speaking, but there's no way I misspoke that badly.
I can't believe I heard that badly.
Also, irregardless is not a word. Don't write it in chat. I should ban that word.
Well, okay. Anyways.
Irregardless.
In all in, no upgrades, just nothing but lane bane, lane hydra off of pretty low drone count, and it seems like it works. Oh no! Oh,
Well, the second round of banlings far better than the first, no doubt about that. Hellraiser, you idiot! The curse is true. How could you lose like this?
Oh wow! Well, he tried so hard to not lose Redshift, and it didn't work out. So, what are you gonna do? You can't beat the curse.
By the way, what I just said was so rude. I should not have said that. But like Hellraiser, GG, Bly will be the king of the hill. I just want to point out, we played 7 best of 5s in the time it normally takes us to play like 4 or sometimes 5. Like,
yeah,
we've never had a day that's been this one-sided ever. And the matchup variety here, by the way, like there was a lot of variety, not just in terms of player skill, but in terms of race and diversity. Like, I am blown away that this day ended up like this. I'm not saying that's a good or a bad thing. It is just objectively a surprising thing.
I think it's great, and you're right. It is so weird to have best of 5s consistently be 3-0s.
Like best of 3s, you could see that 2-0 a lot easier, right?
Yeah, absolutely. And then, you know, really like Rainer, Thermal being as hot as he was, like, God, how? It's the curse. The curse is strong.
That's so fresh. Well, that's gonna pretty much close it up here for the Bubba Burger Brawls, and of course my last cast for a while. Now again, I'm saying that this time not so morose, but actually just as a fact. I will be gone for at least the next week. If I'm feeling up to it and comfortable, I'll be back as soon as I possibly can, but I'm going to be smart and not push myself. Zombie Grub and Wardy will be covering the channel while I'm gone. And we have quite a few good things coming up this week. So there's a small break, right? There's nothing happening this weekend, except you've got that Banshees thing, right? Is that this weekend?
Yeah, I'm casting on my channel.
Yeah, so not a BaseTradeTV. So we don't care about... No, I'm just kidding. Twitch.tv/ZombiGrub, guys. She's going to be casting an all-female tournament on... Is it Saturday?
Yep, Saturday at 12 p.m. Eastern Time.
So if you guys want to check that out, that's where Zombie Grub will be. But for the channel itself, we've got the BTSL Korea group coming up on Monday. And like I said, the groups for that will be posted on Team Liquid later tonight. They've already been determined. Everyone knows what it is. That'll be happening on Monday. And then Tuesday, you got the Alima League. Wednesday, you got BTSL Amateur, which I don't know if Wardy will cover. We actually had to move something off of that because it was WCS. So we might not have any cast of that at all. But there's a Masters and Below tournament happening this Wednesday for those who want to compete. Even if it's not cast, it will still happen. Then on Thursdays, the BTSL Europe group. I mean, it's just there's group on group action for the next 2 weeks, guys. Lots and lots of best of 5s, lots and lots of groups here on the channel. I hope you'll follow us for all of that good stuff. So hit the follow button if you haven't already, because it's free and doesn't cost you a thing. If you really enjoyed the show, though, hopefully consider subscribing. I would ask you for a donation or bits, but honestly, subscribing is like the best thing you could do, because it gives us a couple of bucks to work with for creating tournaments, but it gives you a lot of benefits. Like, for example, all of the replays from today I'm going to be bundling up and putting in the BaseTradeTV subscriber channel, the subscriber-only channel on our Discord. that's how you get access to these replays, and pretty much most replays from things we do. Which, by the way, good luck, have fun, because you got to do that shit while I'm gone.
Oh, yeah. Well, I guess it's easier now. We just drop in a Discord.
Yeah, it's a lot less headache, you know, too. But, good guy Bly says, take my energy, mate. I'm sure everything will be good. Thank you, Bly. And also, congratulations again on the $100. That's a nice way to come home, by the way. Hop off a flight. You basically paid for your taxi plus whatever food you ate today. But anyways, yeah, that's gonna be it for me. So I'll do my personal shoutouts in a second. Zombie Grub, how about yourself, madam, before we take off?
Follow me on Twitter at ZG Gaming, YouTube Zombie Grub, daily uploads and all that, and Twitch Zombie Grub. I'll be streaming tonight and casting subscriber replays, as well as different casts, as well as the WCS Valencia replays. So that's that.
Are the replays out yet? I saw someone on Reddit like asking about that.
They just released them 10 minutes ago.
Oh, easy peasy then. But yeah, for me, you might be able to catch me later tonight. I'm not sure if I'll have time to, but if I do, I'm gonna probably be streaming on my own channel. So that's twitch.tv/riff_king. Now, I really like it. It's not supposed to be like emotional or like really negative or anything, but like I hope that nothing goes wrong. My fingers are crossed. Send me your energy, spirit bomb, all that good stuff. I'm purposely though not coming up with a contingency plan for if things go wrong, because I feel like that's going to secure in my mind that something will go wrong. I just really hope it doesn't. If it does, I don't know what the fuck happens to BaseTradeTV, guys, but hopefully things will be fine. So at the very least, regardless of even if for whatever reason I can't talk or speak or my surgery goes wrong,